There was a police car parked in front of the building as Icon and Sean pulled up in Ramona. Icon felt queasy as she walked past the police car and into the apartment building courtyard. She popped several antacids into her mouth and looked over toward her apartment, whose door was standing wide open. As she approached the apartment, she noticed something very obvious. The front window of her apartment had been smashed. Slowly, Icon walked into the apartment. At the sight of it, her emotions just went dead. She had been robbed. Hi, I'm Neil A. Yeager, and today I'm reading from my novel, Non-Hollywood. Thanks for being with me on this little video audiobook journey. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn more about me and get notifications of upcoming chapters and of upcoming projects. And I'll tease you here and say that there are some interesting ones coming up. Anyway, this is chapter 55, Empty Space. Everything had been taken. All of her new film equipment, the cases, the lights, the stands, plus her computer with its giant monitors and speakers, and even her collection of cheap digital still cameras. Hell, they'd even taken Jasmine's 10-year-old DVD player. The place had been wiped out. Just empty space where her dreams had been. And a couch. Icon looked up and saw Jasmine coming toward her. It was obvious that Jasmine had been crying. As she put her arms around Icon and hugged her, Jasmine began crying again. "They got everything, just everything," said Jasmine. "All your new equipment, all your old equipment, it's terrible." Icon had no response. She merely looked over Jasmine's shoulder at the room which had, only a few hours before, housed the means for her to realize her dreams, but which was now empty and bare. From behind her, Icon heard Sean say, "So I'll be right back. I need to check something." Jasmine spoke again. "The police are talking to the neighbor again, but I'm sure they'll be back to talk to you. The guy across the way, he saw some guys in hoodies carrying stuff downstairs, but he didn't hear the glass being smashed, so he didn't know it was a robbery. And it was dark, and he said he couldn't even say if the guys were white or black or Latino, let alone describe them." Icon continued looking around the room. It was odd. For years, she had suffered from anxiety problems. Fear of awful things happening could send her off into a terrible physical state. Yet here she was with something awful having actually happened, and she was feeling not much of anything. Just numb. No heartburn, no racing pulse, no dizziness, just a silent nothingness. Icon pulled away from Jasmine and walked into her own bedroom. The thieves had been in there too. The equipment that she had stored there was gone as well. The corner, which had contained a few boxes of film supplies, was now empty. "Well, it wasn't my roommates," said Sean as he entered the room behind her. "They're all passed out on my floor. I guarantee you they haven't been anywhere for hours." Icon slowly walked back out into the living room. As she passed him, Sean said, "Icon?" She merely kept walking. As Icon entered the living room, Jasmine said, "Icon?" But she failed to reply to Jasmine either. She simply stared quietly around the strangely empty apartment. As the three of them stood silently in the living room, a police officer knocked on the open door and then walked into the apartment. At the sight of the officer, Icon bent over and vomited on the living room carpet.